Aloha, I'm Stephanie and welcome to Treehouse Farm. This is our little 1-acre homestead that we started on the big island of Hawaii 3.5 years ago. We came here with our 4 children who are now teenagers and young adults. We wanted to start over and live a lifestyle that was more simple, and I wanted to grow our own food, and I've always wanted to live on a farm. So what we built here is what I'd like to show you and talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. It's 1 acre of land that had very little old growth on it. Half of it was very dense jungle, and we had to start over and just like take all the trees down. We weren't really even sure what the terrain looked like in the back. We started with taking it down, working the land, pushing the old brush to the side, and then started to plant trees. And in 3 years, we're already starting to see a lot of fruit coming from some of the trees. We also have some livestock. We started goats. This was an endeavor my daughter wanted to start on. She loved goats, and part of the deal was that I would let her have a goat. Well, I sort of got hooked on goats, and now we have, I think, 12. We're milking 4. There's been lots of babies, which has been really fun. We've learned a lot. I'm enjoying the fresh raw milk, making dairy products. We enjoy yogurt, cheeses, and using it in cooking and just drinking it as well. And I couldn't really even drink dairy before, but now I'm able to tolerate goat's milk because it's just different. The raw milk thing, I had no idea the difference between raw milk and pasteurized milk and how your body can react to it. That's a whole nother story that I can do a video on, and I'm still doing a lot of research on it. But I want to show you my garden and just give you a kind of a lowdown of what we're doing here. So behind me, you can see there's the goat paddock, and I've got the mamas in here. And we just switched them around today. We're trying to separate them from the babies. They've been kind of loud. We also have chickens. We've done meat birds. We've have laying hens. We've incubated the eggs. That was a lot of fun. We have rabbits, which we use for their fertilizer right now. At some point, we may get into meat rabbits, but right now we're just using them for fertilizer. My husband brews a rabbit pig tea. It doesn't smell very good. Actually, I can't stand the smell of it at all, and he has to handle it all, but he puts it on the plants and they love it. Oh, Puka. Here's one of our goaties. She's coming to say hi. I'm gonna turn the camera around now and show you guys the garden. These are our tomatoes. These are indeterminates. And this is the sun gold variety. And these are the super sweets. And these tomatoes are going crazy right now. Sunflowers amongst the watermelon and some white marigolds. An avocado tree. Gives us lots of avocados. So we walk over here. I'll show you our little hoop house. So this is where we have some of our hydroponics. This is our supply that we grow for ourselves. This is lettuce, different varieties. Oh, this cilantro is done. Didn't make it. Lots of basil. This is I started the cilantro in Oasis cubes instead. So hopefully that'll do better. So these are hydroponics. We're growing them in a nutrient solution. As you can see, the roots will grow down into the solution, and it's like a set it and forget it through the whole life of the plant. You shouldn't need to fuss with it at all. It's a safe way of growing in Hawaii because we have something called rat lungworm, and the slugs and snails carry it. So you don't want to really eat anything out that's grown in the ground that you eat raw. Cooking will kill it. What you're trying to avoid is slugs and snails and their slime. They carry this parasite that can make people really sick. So that's why we love to grow hydroponically. This is our planter bed that we started with when we moved here. We built this. I slowly am transitioning it over into cut flowers. But I've got Hawaiian chili peppers, which have gone insane. Looks like a squash. Got some squash down here. This has been a tough thing to grow here. Squash doesn't do very well with a lot of moisture. A little fig tree. Slowly putting zinnias in here and just trying to do some cut flowers, and we can include them in our farm stand out front, and I also put them in my home. I like to put the vase of flowers on my table. It's not something I've always been into, but I'm trying to do a little bit more of that. It's nice to do that. Peppers grow really well here. These are sashitos, Hungarian hot wax, jalapenos. I make a lot of salsa. My kids love salsa, so we have had a ton of cucumbers. I have struggled with growing cucumbers for years now, but I think I finally have figured it out. And there's no shortage of them. I have made so many pickles. I'm giving them away. So many cucumbers. Lots of zinnias. The more you cut zinnias, the more they flower, so I need to get out here and cut them. Dill, green onions, cosmos, and celosia. I just put those in the ground, so I'm not really sure how they're gonna do. More cucumber. I need to cut that broccoli. Berries. Varieties of blackberries. I haven't yet figured out where I'm gonna put these in the ground. The blueberries. Strawberries. We just ordered new planter boxes. We're expanding our raised beds. It seems like I never have enough room. I just keep planting, and suddenly I'm like, I have nowhere to put everything. So these are Vigo beds. I have been very happy with Vigo beds. After building our own and weighing out the price of the materials and the labor and versus the ones that I can order, and how they withstand the weather here in Hawaii with all of the moisture, I've decided to stick with Vigo beds instead of building our own. These over here my husband built, and while they're really nice looking and a great design, they will not withstand the wet weather, and they've started to rot on the bottoms where they are in touch with the ground. So the Vigo beds are supposed to last 20 years. They are zinc coated to withstand moisture and the sun, and they do not rust. So they're very versatile. You can, this is the 9-in-1, so there's 9 different configurations. I went for the one with the most square footage. So this is not a permanent home. We're just kind of laying them out, trying to figure out where we are going to place them. And it's a whole new planting area, so I'm not really sure how I want them to look yet. And we want to be able to fit wheelbarrows between them, and we want to be able to get a lawnmower around them. And while I have this in the camera, I'm going to mention what this is, because most people, I don't think, know what this is. This is our water catchment tank. In Hawaii, where we live, we don't have plumbed running water, so we catch all of our water from our roof. It comes down off of the roof, through the gutters, down into this tank, and then when we turn the water on in the house, it pumps it into some filters, and it is the most amazing clean water you've ever tasted. We maintain our tank, we clean it every couple months, we maintain our filters, and it's totally safe. And I wouldn't drink water at just anyone's house from a catchment, but if you know how they treat their water, it can be very safe. And do we ever run out of water? Yes, sometimes we do. We have a 7,000 gallon tank. We need to replace it with a 10,000 gallon tank. And when it doesn't rain here for a week or two, then we start to get a little worried. We check the tank. Everyone goes on water rationing. We don't take long showers. We do have the ability to haul water, and they will deliver water as well. These are our little silky chickens. They do lay eggs, which are super yummy. They're very sweet. And our goats. So named them. Hi, Fern. Hi, sweet Fern. They're very sweet. I love my goats. They all have personalities. What's up? Koa. We have bananas. So many bananas. I have another planted area out here with Vigo beds. These are our first Vigo beds we got. I've got cucumbers growing up. We have squash. A squash, I think that it's probably ready to harvest. Oh, yeah, that one's ready to harvest. We've got San Marzanos. San Marzanos are a paste tomato thing and then be done. I planted beans in here. These are long red beans. So the plan is to eventually add more beds to this area. But right now I have to keep it locked off from the chickens because the chickens that come in here and destroy it. There's an ulu tree. It's breadfruit, also known as breadfruit. Papayas. That is a fig. More bananas. A couple different varieties here. This is a Mysore. I have a rack on here of them, which we haven't had yet, so that's going to be exciting to try. This is a rambutan tree. We haven't had any fruit on it yet. This is the rack of Mysore bananas. Wow, that's a big rack of bananas. I miss raspberries so much that I bought raspberry plants. We built a little support. Those are blue Java ice cream bananas. Our property had a big lava flow in it when we uncovered took all the greenery down, and it had a crack down the middle. So we planted pineapples down the crack. So these are white pineapple. They're a little darker. And if you haven't tried white pineapple, they are the sweetest, most amazing, delicious pineapples ever. We call now yellow pineapples junk pineapples. So I guess I become a little bit of a pineapple snob. Now this one is a yellow pineapple. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It's more green. The other ones are reddish. And over here, these are dwarf namwa bananas. Another variety that we got. We actually have a rack on them. The dwarf namwas are supposed to ripen in half as much time as the other varieties. So they need to stay on for months. It's a rainbow eucalyptus. It's a beautiful shade tree. Here we have soursop. This is a really delicious fruit. The fruit is like this little spiky thing. Very sweet and sour. It's really delicious and great accompaniment to things in smoothies, like a tropical fruit smoothie. This is a mountain apple. It's got so much new growth on it. I think we put some banana stalk underneath it and it's very happy. Bananas. This is a jabotacaba. More bananas. That's a star fruit. More banana. A little lychee. Pomegranate. So that's pretty much most of everything we've got growing here. Right now, it's been 3 years. I'll go over there and show you the hydroponics. The stand, we have a stand out front, and it's really hot right now, so it's kind of wilted. But I've got 6 tables, and so we have rotations. Every week we plant seeds, and we transfer them in here when they're big enough, and harvest and put them out front. And people can come buy fresh produce. We live a little bit remote from the store. It's affordable, it's safe, convenient. It's good for everybody. Thanks for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed watching and seeing what we're doing here on our property. I'll post videos every week, progress of what we're working on, projects, what have you, show you the farm stand. Maybe next week we'll do the farm stand. Aloha.